Hey, it's Phila, and you're watching Phila TV, the ultimate YouTube channel. I'm a cinematographer, just a dude with a camera. All right, today on the Gearhead Gardener, we are going to be looking at one of my favorite fruits, the loquat. These are projects that I've been growing from seeds. I'll show you a little tree down the street that I've been harvesting some fruit from. And I've been planting the seeds over the years, and these are my accomplishments. Some I'm growing for rootstock that I can graft from the other tree onto these, and some of them I am growing for bonsai stock. So if this is something you're interested in, let's get started. In this video, we're going to be talking about my favorite fruit, which is a loquat. I'm taking videos right now of this tree because last year we didn't get any fruit because right around this time, the people that own this house cut down the bush. I mean, they trimmed it way back, so it didn't have any fruit last year. So I've been eating off of this tree for quite a few years now, and I've always saved some of the seeds and propagated them, which I'm going to do a video on some of the other ones that I've been growing over the last couple of years. So like I said, I'm doing a video now because I'm afraid that they're going to crop this tree back again this year, and I want to make sure that I get some footage of it. And here's a little close-up of some of the fruit that's actually growing. As you can see, it's going to have a really good crop this year. All right, we'll come back. So it just sits on the corner of these couple of busy streets here, and it puts out a lot of fruit. It's funny, every year I see people with little step stools and stuff coming and helping themselves to the fruit on this tree. You can see it's been here for many years. So when you come back, it's the last couple of weeks of February right now, so we've still got about a month and a half to 2 months until the fruit's going to be ready to go, but we will come back and take a look at this tree again. Okay, and in this mess of plumerias and avocado trees, we have my giant loquat tree. Now, this one started about, I guess we're 7 years ago when these sprouted. It was just a bunch of seeds I threw into a pot and they sprouted, and I never thinned it out. And you can see how many stalks I have growing in there. And one of these days I might eliminate some of them. And they've been just pulling them up and tying them together, and I keep pounding in these posts and conduit and everything, trying to keep them from tipping over because it gets so top heavy, and then I go ahead and chop it. But so far, 8 years and have not seen any fruit. So that's why I'm growing rootstock, and I'm gonna graft from a fruiting tree. Okay, this is all the rootstock that I'm growing. As you can see, I've got nice long spears. I would normally cut these off, you know, somewhere down here and allow them to branch out. These are all planted the same year, all these seeds. Some do better than others, and some don't. This was a rescue that I saw from a friend of mine's house, had a tree growing in his backyard, so I went and pulled it. These are 3 years old. This one, I'm not sure. But these other ones are my rootstock, 3 years old. All right, it's pretty awesome. It's about 10 a.m. It's 67 outside, 73 in the shop. It's pretty amazing. Hard to believe that in summertime it gets almost double that. Well, almost. And it's nice that we have some overcast going on. Okay, take a look at these. It's hard to believe that all of these are planted the same time. Aside from the big burnt one here, all of these, even the 5-gallon ones, were all planted at the same time. I wish I had the footage on that, but that was all last on the last camera. But what I had done is I had tried to germinate these in little tiny individual containers, and they just like didn't take. And then about all of a sudden 8 months later, as I was going to throw that little basket away, maybe I'll try and dig up a picture of the basket. I went to throw it away and I found these little sprouts. So I put them all in 1 gallons, and these have graduated to the 5 gallons, but these are all, I mean, this was pre-pandemic, so we're talking, this is 3 years growing these rootstocks. So You can see how these leaves just get severely burnt. And I've tried my hardest to keep these out of, you know, all day sun. So they've been in between, you know, the mess over there. So getting plenty of shade. But I'm just gonna break all these leaves down. They're really not needed. And they're fried anyway, so why give it the wrong signal? As you can see, branches are coming off of that, which is kind of cool. Same thing. I'm going to come through here and clean all of these up and just allow these to keep growing tall and strong. And then in the springtime, once the neighborhood loquat tree starts budding out, I'm going to graft onto each one of these. Of course, these small ones are not going to get a graft. This one will, of course. And then I'm going to take the thickest one and crop it off completely to start to build more bonsai material. But since this one came from a different neighborhood completely, I'm not going to do anything to this tree but allow it to continue to grow. Maybe give it a bigger pot and see if we can get some accelerated growth on it. And maybe that will fruit soon. But from my understanding, hadn't been my personal experience, because I've never been able to grow my own loquat ever since, you know, even since I was a kid, I've been eating these things. But I got a graft from a fruiting tree onto my rootstock and then start from there. So that's going to be my intention on this one. Then I'm also working on a bonsai that is going to have like 4 big mature tips. That one's a few years older, and I'm going to graft 4 times on that and see if we can get them to fruit by next year. And this one I am going to get in here and just clean it up a little bit, but since this is multi-trunk, I don't want to really, although that would make some nice bonsai material. I really don't want to do anything because this one is a couple of years older, and like I said, it's from a different neighborhood. So that's it. All right, so we're going to call this one here the end. And I've got a bonsai project that I'm working on, and I will share that with you guys in the next video. So thanks for watching Gearhead Gardener. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.